Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night, ladies and gents. My name is Alex, and I'm here with
Ruben, who is not James. I'd just like to point out to all of you fucking morons who think that I'm fucking James, even though every fucking time Alex says at the start, I'm here with Ruben, you're like, oh, James, you don't like Sonic Advance? James confirmed bad at 2D scrollers. Oh, yeah.
So this episode's subject comes in from Enderman Audio, who says, hey, Alex, could you do a review on the movie Interstellar? Do you think it was a good movie and why? So, Ruben, what's an Interstellar?
An Interstellar is a fucking joke. No, it's not.
And then all the Christopher Nolan fans leave the video.
Well, I'm a Christopher Nolan fan, so yeah. I best just leave the room now.
What's the plot of this movie, then? Just run through it.
Murph! Murph! That's the plot.
Murph!
Murph, no, Murph!
And something about aliens? No?
Gravity. They kept calling it them. Something about gravity as well.
James, turn it down, for God's sake. I'm pretty sure that's coming up. Yeah, but it's so fucking loud.
Oh, shh. It is a tiny bit.
It's really distracting. Turn it off. Well, you can turn it down. We gave you headphones for a reason, you fuck. Turn it down.
What? Turn it down.
Turn it down, you mob.
Yes. So anyway, Interstellar, I'm trying to think of the start of the film.
What's the basic outline?
Matthew McConaughey has to go into space with some people to find a planet for Earth so everyone can live on it, so they don't die because they're running out of food.
So it's basically a post-apocalyptic... Well, it hasn't quite been the apocalypse. It's on the verge of the apocalypse, isn't it? And they're trying to find an answer to stop it, as it were. And there's twists and turns and things happen, and then the movie ends. And what do you think overall?
Well, I think that Murph could have done with not being there at all.
Murph's Matthew McConaughey's kid, by the way, if you didn't know. The little girl.
Because...
and he's got this son that he just sort of forgets about, just doesn't care about.
And then even when he gets to Murph, she's like, I'm old now. So... Oh yeah, spoilers.
Fuck it, we might as well spoil it at this point.
If you haven't seen it, fuck you.
Yeah, you might as well watch it. It's been out for
and then he just fucks off again. That's it.
So here's the problem with this movie for me.
The whole last half an hour.
The whole last half an hour is the main thing, but then when you think about it, you can't really take any of what happens out because they kind of build up to it from the beginning and set it up from the beginning. Well, what we mean is that, so the whole movie he goes into space eventually, like an hour into the movie, and then he's flying around, going from planet to planet, trying to find the scientists that they left there years and years ago.
It's never even like about that. It's never even about the space element. It's just Murph the whole way.
Yeah, the biggest problem for me is that it feels like 3 or 4 different movies combined into one. One of the movies is like the almost apocalypse thing on Earth.
Which is actually really interesting. Yeah. I want to know about
They're all interesting elements. And then the second one is them going into space. And the third one is them already being in space and trying to find the people who have already been sent out there. And then the fourth one is like the time travel element that's in there for some reason. And ultimately, I feel like it's kind of unsatisfying because it kind of crumbles under the own weight of itself in the last act, where Matthew McConaughey flies into a black hole and then is in a library.
Well, he's in the black hole, but like because that's how they keep referring to them, those gravity,
the future people.
Yeah, because they're in like the 5th dimension. They're trying to make it something that he can interpret, so they make it his library,
his daughter's library. See, the thing is, it's people say, "Oh, you just don't get it. You don't get it." No. I understand perfectly what happens. It's just
really, really, really stupid.
Really stupid.
Oh, by the way, this is the ending. We're just going to make some things up now.
Yeah. I don't mind the movies doing something like that, but the whole first 2 acts of the movie
make it seem real serious.
It's really based in reality, grounded in science. And then it sort of pulls this weird time travel thing right at the end, and I suppose it's the only way the movie could have ended based on the beginning of it. But ultimately, yeah, it just sort of falls apart right at the end, and it's a real shame because
everyone in it is really good.
All the acting's really good.
It looks really
the
great.
Casting's really good. The special effects are particularly good.
The music is good.
Like probably the peak of the movie is when they go on the first planet, and there's the whole sequence in the water planet,
the mountains.
There's what they call it, and it's you have to kind of weigh it up in the end, like the effects, the set pieces, the scenes. Most of it works, and it's definitely a movie that you should watch and check out. But then ultimately the ending is going to be the part where you either go with it and you double down on it, or it falls apart for you.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was just like, oh.
But then it's still like, it's one of those things where the more you think about it, the stupider it gets.
So just don't think about it as a moral of the story?
Just turn off your brain, go see Transformers 4. Wait, what? No, don't do that. Don't do that at all.
You're not going to enjoy that at all. It's just going to infuriate you.
That's the thing, though. The thing I respect about Christopher Nolan is that he Original
prize.
ideas, always original ideas apart from Batman, and even then he had an original slant on it.
Yeah,
so.
it's not just like a fucking remake, like every other film that comes out.
At least
some of them are good. Not saying.
I see people say that they would never want to see Nolan do a sort of bog standard movie where he's not trying to push the boundaries on anything, but I'd almost like to see that. Just him do like either a drama or just like a space movie like Alien or whatever. I thought this was going to be like an Alien type film for a big chunk of it, because that's the way it really felt like that to me, because like Alien's really based in a somewhat grounded universe, but then it goes to shit at the end. Like,
it's quite eerie actually a lot of the time when they're in the ship.
There's this certain shot I remember with it's like a wide shot in space with the thing, their weird space shuttle flying through, and they're playing like rainforest sounds. I just remember that being a really nice contrast for me. So
I always think of Sunshine. Could be worse. Could have been Sunshine. That film's
it's
fucked
definitely
up.
better than Sunshine.
Just falls apart like immediately. Oh no, never mind. Fuck.
What do you think about the soundtrack, the Hans Zimmer?
I would only listen to a few of the tracks, but all of it
I'm
was
quite
fine
conflicted on it, because I like what it's like built off, but then everyone's like, oh, it's the best soundtrack ever and stuff. But
everyone says that about Hans Zimmer. Every time he does a soundtrack, they say it's the best.
Hans Zimmer's good. He's a good fit with Nolan. His songs fit in well with like Nolan's themes and tone, but like when you really think about the soundtrack, it's kind of one theme that he uses on repeat, and I suppose it's fine in the movie. No, 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 no. It's that.
Yeah,
Pete. It's fine, you know. It's nothing like groundbreaking. None of his stuff's really that groundbreaking. I miss John Williams. Da, 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 da.
Shit. Howard Shore.
And Howard Shore. He needs another. I was looking at his IMDb like history before he did Lord of the Rings. It was just bollocks. Hadn't done anything good. And then he did Lord of the Rings and did pretty much, and like really obscure, weird shit. And then he did Lord of the Rings, and it's like, oh, he's very John Williams-esque, that fella. But that's not Interstellar. So, is there anything else really to say? I found it weird when Venom showed up at the end for some reason.
Yeah.
Topher Grace.
But then Superman was just sort of like, you're doing his thing, wasn't he? I'm just fucking with you. I have no idea what he's talking about.
What?
I don't know.
You were looking at me pretty seriously, and I thought, wait, what?
But you said something about Venom, and I thought, oh, he's just talking shit now. And then I thought, oh, wait, no, the actor who played Venom was in it. Oh, yeah.
And his name's Topher Grace, but I always think of the word gopher, so I just imagine him as a gopher.
Yeah, that was weird. He was just sort of like, I'm here, and I'm with Murph for whatever reason,
There's
doing
no
stuff.
setup for him. The whole ending part feels rushed to me. So I kind of want to see that movie where it's just them maybe starting in space or whatever, or the movie starts with them leaving and then the whole film's in space, and it's just about them going from planet to planet.
That would require risk-taking.
Then you turn into... Well, this film is pretty risky, though.
It's got fucking Christopher Nolan's name on it. Nothing risky about that. Look at Man of Steel. Oh, man, everyone hates it, but they all went and paid to see it because
his name was
he was a producer.
Weirdly put on it.
Yeah.
For some reason. So what do you think in the end? Interstellar.
The disorganized mess. Or whatever it is.
The organised mess.
I was thinking myself, that doesn't make any sense, because
every element apart from the script sort of falls apart for me. Like, everything's in place. It should be a super good movie, but in the end, it just, for me, I'm not going to watch this again for a very, very long time. It's a good movie.
Girlfriend watched it 4 times already.
4 times?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not a short movie either. It's close to 3 hours, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck that.
No, thank you very much. I'd rather watch
The Dark Knight 4 times.
Gophers 3D.
G-Force.
G-Force?
What a movie.
I never saw G-Force.
It's terrible.
Looked fucking awful. So yeah, you should probably watch it if you haven't seen it. It's Interstellar. Because everyone thinks it's the best thing ever. It's got like an 8.99 on IMDb. So
what about the James one-line review? Because I'm not James, for fuck's sake.
That's Ruben, okay? People keep thinking that he's James, but okay, so now we're just going to put... we're going to insert James's one-line review of this movie. I don't think he's even fucking seen it, but who cares? It's a movie. Is that it, really?
Oh, wow, that's fucking terrible. It's fucking shit. At least the levels are pretty good at the moment.
Anyway, so that's Interstellar review.
Love is
quantifiable. A good but flawed mess. So have you any other final words to wrap up this review of the Interstellar? Better luck next time, Nolan. Maybe don't have it end with a ghost library. I like the robots in this movie.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah. Not the best part of it, to be honest. Tars and something else.
Tars and...
Can't remember.
CD keys.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Good job, Nolan.
Keep making movies that we want to see.
You did fine.
At least it caused a discussion. Instead of just being like, oh, that's another great movie. Just never talk about it. Look how good it is. I have so much fucking editing to do on this one.
Much love. Love.
So what do you think about Interstellar? Do you want to... Have you seen it? Do you want to see it? We spoiled it for you. In which case, what? Why did you watch it?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Just don't watch the video if you haven't seen it.
It's a bit late now. It's the end of the video.
We'll put this at the start then. Put a disclaimer in at the start because
I'll just put whatever. So what do you think? What do you think about the video? Do you like our review? Do you agree or disagree? Tell us in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. All comments and ratings are very much appreciated. Make sure you leave suggestions for other movies to review and other job labs and things. We'll see you next time. Why did you say hello? We're ending this thing.
Hello, Harriet. You should watch it. That's
Look at you.
Fucking
throwing that in there.
Sap piece of shit, is that what you're saying?
Sappy.
Ruben sad.
Fuck off, James. Bye.
Bye.
But it doesn't really resonate as well with me, but science fiction is really my forte. And this world, this idea seems really interesting to me. It's sort of the future, as if it was carrying on from the 50s or so. That's one of the most interesting things to me. So we're seeing a couple of the different things here. We've got this sort of dog character. I'm not sure if this is just for artistic license in the trailer to show to have an excuse for it jumping back and forward or whatever, or just being a stylistic thing.